Dennis, how do you think we can have a conversation with, quote unquote, the other side? You know, because all I see out there is these two sides fighting, and they never seem to start a conversation. I mean, how can we do that? Is our options only psychedelics and media?
With the other side?
Yeah.
You mean the non-psychedelic
Yeah, the
side?
people that don't agree that we should treat nature the way that you do, the people that have other agendas, that think in the quarter and things like that. I mean, they are people. They just don't necessarily see the future the way you do. How can we start that conversation?
We're having it now.
We are, yeah. Well, we're trying to.
Well, you know, I don't know, because there are many people who, you know, their mindset is, my mind is made up. Don't confuse me with facts. If people are not receptive to facts, then it's very hard to have that kind of conversation. If you look at what is happening on the planetary scale, the fact is we're in a heap of shit. You know, things are going down the tubes, and they're going down the tubes rapidly. That's a fact. That's not a supposition. And so to start that conversation, you have to present people with, you know, some very uncomfortable realizations. And you can talk about climate change, you can talk about the impact. All you have to do is open the newspaper to see the effects of climate change. I mean, it's more and more, this is what is being talked about. I don't know how you convince people who are not open to facts to
What about the kids?
be open to facts. Well,
When you
look
see
at
the kids, I mean, like, I was blown away at that
the
protest.
kids are totally receptive to it. The kids know what's going on. But the kids as a demographic are not the people who control the levers of power.
They will be,
and
though,
finance.
in
I
20
mean,
years.
they will if they live long enough. You know, that's the trouble. But yes, I think I'm totally supportive of the Extinction Rebellion and all of these things. The kids are far more awake than we are, you know, in a certain sense. And the kids, unfortunately, are going to have to live in this world that we create, that we are creating, and it's very sad. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, it tears my heart, but I don't know what to do except you keep talking, you try to propagate the idea and see if there are solutions. And I think there are solutions, but it's the consensus that we have to create. There are solutions. Let's talk about those. Let's get a global consensus going about what we might do. Do we try to, you know, lift as much stuff up off the planet as we can and reduce the impact, or do we, you know, come to a conclusion that the use of fossil fuels will be declared a crime, you know, and do governments set out policies that, you know, within 5 years, 10 years, fossil fuels will be prohibited? You're pushing back against very powerful lobbies and governments and so on. Our you know, the infrastructure that sustains our society is so much based on fossil fuels and petroleum and all this. So how do we, you know, without radically changing society and pulling our elbows in a big way, how do we affect these changes? And you know, you and I'm good at articulating the problems. I don't know what the answers are. I don't know what the answers are.
Yeah, but
maybe someone out here does have answers, and someone out in that wider world, but they have to have a forum. They have to be listened to. And just getting the microphone is tough enough.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so
that's true.